What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka NinosCorner, man. First off, if you like this content on this YouTube channel, go hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to this on any kind of podcast platform, give me a 5-star comment, 5-star like, a review, something. Helps out immensely, guys. Appreciate you. Now, what I do want to talk about, guys, is over the past couple weeks, we have been talking about the skill positions that Texas has gotten over these past few weeks, man. We got Malik Murphy from California. We also got Jaden Blue, #1 running back, probably in the country, for sure, #1 running back in the state of Texas. You know, we got Winfield, one of the top wide receivers here in the state of Texas. And since Murphy has actually come on board here, a lot of players have been saying that they want to come play with Malik Murphy. So we're going to have a bunch of skill positions, a bunch of guys who want to come and play in this high-powered offense for Steve Sarkisian. All right, but all those skill positions mean absolutely nothing if we don't have some love from the guys in the trenches, man. We got to recruit the offensive line like none other. And in-state this year, we got a bunch of guys who I believe can be instant impact guys here at the University of Texas. We're going to talk about 4 guys today. We're going to talk about 5-star offensive tackle Cam Newberry. We're going to talk about Devin Campbell. We're going to talk about Kelvin Banks Jr. We're going to talk about Connor Robinson. Man, this is a pretty good recruiting class when it comes to the offensive line. These are guys that Texas is heavily into recruiting right now. Neither have made any kind of decision on where they're going to go to school. Let's just hope they pick the good guys and go to Texas. But first off, guys, we're going to talk about Cam Newberry, and I'm going to show you some video footage, guys. So, Cam Newberry, what do we like about Cam Newberry, guys? He is 6'4", 313 pounds. High motor kid. Keeps his pad level low. A little background on him. He played right tackle pretty much his whole, like last season, which also kind of shows you where he's probably going to be projected to play at Texas if he is recruited to come to Texas or if he chooses Texas. I look at him as more of a guard. He mauls people, guys. Once he gets his hands on you, it's a wrap. You ain't going nowhere. You are not going nowhere. Just look at that video, guys. He gets his hands on the guy. Look at that. Bam. On the ground. He slams you on the ground. Another play. Comes, hits the end, keeps driving, high motor. That's what he does. He has a lot of mauling plays. He is going to maul you to death, which also shows one thing. When I looked at this highlight reel, there's only 3 plays out of the whole 4 minutes and 30 seconds where it showed pass protection for Cam Newberry. So he's a mauler. He's a mauler. I don't know if that's because his high school didn't actually pass the ball a lot, but he didn't show a lot of times where he dropped back in coverage. Well, not in coverage, but dropped back in pass protection. He showed a bunch of plays for him just absolutely mauling people. So I look at him wherever college he goes to potentially be an offensive guard, but he's going to be a damn good one, or a great right tackle. But he's going to be good at whatever he does. But I look at him more as a guard. I hope Texas pulls this guy. Like I said, you can't teach size. You can't teach speed. When you see a guy who's 6'4", 300 and something pounds, you got to go get him, guys. And he's right here in the state of Texas, 5-star recruit. Pull him in, Sark. Next guy on the list, guys. It's one of my favorites, man. Devin Campbell. Let's take a look at his video. What I like about Devin Campbell, man, he's about 6'4", 300 pounds also. This kid's motor is relentless. He's fast. He played both ways, guys. That's what I loved about him. He is one of those guys that you look at and you say, he's nasty. He's nasty, man. And it comes from also him being a defensive tackle. Hey, DTs are nasty, man. They try to get every tackle that they can. They're going to get in there any way that they can. This guy is just one of those guys when the actual switch flips, he's a whole nother person. He might be a nice guy today, but tomorrow when those lights come on, he's one of those guys you do not want to actually be across from. What do I like about him? His speed, guys. His motor. Look at this play here. Hits the guy, blocks, keeps running. He actually outruns his running back on that play, man. He's one of those guys that you want to see on your team. Look at that. Bow. Look at that hit on the ground. He can maul you too, man. I love his nastiness. Now watch this play. Defensive tackle. Bam. Bam. Right there. Another play. Offensive tackle-wise now. Sweeps. First person. Bam. On the ground. That's what he does, man. He opens up. This is my favorite play right here. Watch this play, guys. He comes over, hits a guy, bam, hits another guy, bam. Runs. Big boy's running, man. Big boy's running, man. Look at big boy. Look at big boy. You know what that guy reminds me of? That reminds me of Larry Allen from the Dallas Cowboys when I think Aikman threw a pick and Larry Allen outran the guy and tackled him, like at the 2-yard line. So that's what I love about Devin Campbell, man. A motor. He has a motor. I love his motor, man. He never stops. Very quick for a big guy like that, man. I think Rivals had him listed at 275. I think 247 had him listed at 295. His highlight tape says he's 322. Let's just say he's around 300 pounds, man. 6'4", 300 pounds, man. He doesn't quit. He has a bunch of hustle in him. I love his game. Probably my favorite tape out of all these guys. All right, guys. Next guy we're going to talk about is Kelvin Banks Jr. What do you like about Kelvin Banks Jr.? Also, really good size, man. 6'5", 300 pounds. He's a technician with his feet, man. This guy kicks back really well. Nice speed, nice size, nice quickness. Let's just go ahead and turn on some of the film, guys. Look at that. Speed on the edge, get a block, seals the edge off, runs down the field. A lot like Devin Campbell there, right? Look at that. Left tackle coming in, mauls guys, but he's more of a finesse guy. He's not just going to maul you to death. He's a really good finesse guy. I love his speed. I love his size. I love that he played left tackle. Unlike Newberry's film, when you look at his film, it's 50-50 pass run. So it shows him, in pass protection. It shows him doing that kickback in pass protection, and he looks really smooth doing it. I like his game a lot, man. Dude, he's like a counter puncher. And I say that, guys, because it's like he waits to see what the defensive end is going to do. And once he does what he does or tries to do what he does, he has a counter for him all the time. He's going to finish the play. Good game. I like to watch him play. This would be a great pickup for Texas. I hope Texas gets him also. But guys said, hey, just look, these are just 4 guys that Texas is recruiting. None of these guys are actually committed to Texas. Let's just hope that they do commit. All right, so that is Kelvin Banks Jr., man. I love a mauler, but with a little bit of finesse to him. Good guy to be at that tackle position. Our next guy is Connor Robinson from Austin Westlake. He is another tackle, smart guy, technician, just like Kelvin Banks Jr. He got some nastiness in him, too. Kind of nasty with it. Kind of a finesse guy, too, though. He played right tackle. What I like about him is, let's just turn on the film, guys. There you go. Playing right tackle. Makes a good read. Blocks down on the guy. Next play. Boom. Look at that. Opens the hole wide open. Next play. Kicks back. Whap. Look at him. Bam. On the ground. Nasty guy. Nastiness. But look at him. Another play. Nice pass. He's running down. Bam. Opens up the whole screen for that guy, man. A good tackle prospect, man. Very good tackle prospect. He has championship pedigree. They just won a state championship at Austin Westlake. Very good in pass protection. As you guys know, the quarterback there is Cade Klubnik. He's one of the top quarterbacks here in the state of Texas. Probably going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. He was his right tackle, basically meaning that, hey, he protected him on pass play, and they passed the ball a lot at Austin Westlake. So, man, it's good to see. I love this offensive line class here in the state of Texas this year. I got a feeling they can do some great things, guys, when it comes to actually recruiting here. They got to get some of these guys here in the state. There's a bunch of talent here in the state this year. We can't let them get outside the borders. We missed on the Brockemeyer twins last year. That can't happen at Texas. We got to keep that Texas talent here in Texas. And these are 4 guys that if Texas can start here and get these guys, that'll be freaking amazing. And we can start getting our Texas offensive linemen back here in the state, man. I hope you guys liked this video, man. I hope you did. I've been talking about the skill positions lately, but I wanted you guys to see some of the offensive linemen that are here in the state of Texas. We got a ton here in the state. These are 4 that Texas is very high on. Hopefully we can pick a few of them, if not all 4. Hopefully we can get all 4, but hopefully we can at least get a couple of these guys with a couple of out-of-state guys and having a good offensive line class, something that we have been missing here over the past few years. We got to build up the trenches. We got to protect the quarterback. We got to open up holes for those running backs. We got to get the QB some time to find those skill positions, those nice wide receivers and tight ends that we have here in Texas. But on that note, guys, man, do you guys. Don't be afraid to fail. Outgrow your environment. Understand your brilliance, man. NinosCorner, I'm out. Salute to you guys.